When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast. Someone to carry
I heard
you
about
home.
this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's
Right,
going to be
here we
sunny.
go. We're doing some more
Very much.
Kingdom Come Deliverance again.
Cripples more like.
I found Mutt, but I think I'm just gonna leave him here.
Silly nuts.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave him there. Is he staying there?
Sit. Stay.
Sit. Come on. Sit down. Is he gonna sit? Mate, it's so cute. There we go. Oh, bless him. Right, I'm gonna leave him there because I need to do the meeting. Right, look at my money. We've got 10,688.2 groschen. Yeah, that is mint. Right, so if I look at this, I wanna go back to Rosa first, and then we'll continue King's Gambit. I was gonna do alt side missions in this one, but I think there's like a certain amount of time you only get to do this. But like, look at map. We've discovered a lot of Gutenberg. And then obviously we've got a few other missions added on. So we've got this one down below, which is a continuation of them two brothers. And then I also want to see if there's out else there as well. Because when we did that thievery for that guy that were in love with that woman. I think paying indulgences, I think that increases reputation of that area, so I think I'd probably do it for Erpetowitz and Rabosh. I don't know why reputation at Devil's Den's so low. Well, it's not right low, but Devil's Den, where is it? There. Oh no, it's at both. Oh no, it's on 100. Never mind. Right. So we're gonna go and do. We'll give that to Rosa first. Right. Where do we need to go? Where is it? Right, it's over there. Let's go. I fucking love this armor though. It looks sick. I know there's a lot better armor in game.
Nice.
But for now it's pretty good. I've been making more potions as well. We've got 6 strong saviour potions and we've got 19 normal saviour snaps. But my alchemy is pretty good, 16. So that's pretty good. Right. See, I think in next one, that's when I'll do free roam shit, which might be later on tonight. So if we go and give this back to Rosa to begin with. Well, I can't go that way, can I? I've been wanting a new horse as well. But if I look at Herring, I've heard Herring and Pebbles is one at best in game. You just need to increase. You need to increase their shit. Like Red Herring, significantly increased. Cause you have to go a certain distance, travel a certain distance, and then you get that. You can get same with Pebbles, but apparently Pebbles is best one for speeding game, to be fair. So that's that. Right, so we'll go and see Rosa to begin with, and then we'll go to the meeting. Right, here we go.
My respects.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare
Yes.
anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honor, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together.
Oh.
You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
My pleasure.
Oh, okay.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
A woman?
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
She should be clever. Courageous. Should we do courageous? Yeah.
Well, I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Do you know one like that? Tell me about her.
Oh. Thing is, I want to romance her as well, so if I say someone's name...
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. We'd better get to
Oh.
writing. Let's say we
Okay.
write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
Tricky question.
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, the love will be secret and forbidden. Because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest.
Okay. You're waiting for Rosa to finish your story.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs. But not much.
What?
Like you're lazing around.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
What is happening? What? Just acting like a woman. Do I need a wash after that?
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
Right, let's have a look. Where's the sketch? What the fuck? Is that meant to be me? What the fuck?
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. And that's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between.
You see, when I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Got a trophy. Tales of Gutenberg. Right, nice one. So, we're at scholarship. Yes. Let's have a look at scholarship. Speech has gone up as well. You will be able to pray at shrines, crosses and similar places. If you do so, you will receive a buff that can protect you from moral injury in combat and restore 25% of your health. The effect lasts for 12 game hours or until you use it. Ooh. The effects of healing potions will be 20% stronger. Oh. As long as you remain still. Oh, there's some really good ones here. Oh mate, scholarship's got some really good stuff. I think that one's probably best one. The effects of healing potions will be 20% stronger. We can have that one for now. And we've almost got it leveled up again. So if I go back to here, so if I use it, will it be 20% stronger? The healing. I think so. Can we not take the book? No. Right. Let's go to this meeting then, if I can at this time. Look at the view though, yeah. Right.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
I'm going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
I have an appointment with him.
All right, go ahead then. But don't waste too much of his time.
Alright. Here we go.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show
That's
me
him.
your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Yes.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king?
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
Well, I just want to climb the social ladder a bit. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
And could you not choose a different occasion for that?
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you'd better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
Deal.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Okay.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today, from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear, that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
Right, okay. So, obtain the king's waiters sit. Right, okay. Obtain the king's waiters. Alright, we need the clothes. Okay. At least we don't have to fucking guess what clothes we need to wear. Right, so what? Wait, so... King's Waiters' clothes. Will it be with a tailor?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Show me your wares.
Right, so... What do we need?
Maybe next time then, sir.
Careful.
The best wares on the market.
That's... no, we're not going to get it from Baker, are we?
Quality goods, the finest wares.
Broadcloth. Woolen broadcloth. Quality fabric. The finest fine wares.
Where are we getting this from?
All quality wares. To talk about the inheritance. Huh? Got your father. Nothing to your liking, sir. Aye, but he drools all over himself.
I'm confused.
At your service.
How's your husband? Is he better?
For
He's
some
over the
fine
worst,
wares.
thank God.
Good to hear.
A fine day for some fine.
It's not going to be her, is it?
The grave not long ago.
I don't know who I'm going to. It's got to be the tailor, hasn't it?
Greetings, sir. Soon there won't be a pig left alive for miles.
Lad, he's on his feet. Rather he was groaning in bed.
His stomach starts
But they're not here.
The best wares on the market. Come and take a look.
I'm confused. What do we need though? Wait. King's Waiters' clothes. A fine dress. Is it festive dress? It might be that. We'll get both of them.
Happy to be of service, sir.
I can't wear any of them. What? What do I need? Let me look on YouTube. Obtain. The King's Waiters clothes. Wait, it's not even with her, so where is it? Where's that guy?
Muslin, Barchett, the strongest Barchett from Kashov.
He's not even here.
thread.
May God give you health,
Silk
sir.
thread.
Who's this guy?
While are you? Already, everyone know that the happiness. Tell me.
I don't
Don't
have time.
you know one? Farewell,
Fuck
good
off.
sir.
I don't know where this guy is.
Ribbons of all colours. We've got enough to go around.
You think I'll blurt it out to the first person I meet?
Cap.
Leather water skin, leather bottle.
I'm confused where he is.
My humble respects.
Christ almighty. I'm sorry.
Where's this guy?
Silk embroidery. Ribbons of all colours.
Knives for sale. Iron and steel. All quality pieces.
God bless you, sir. Bowls, hot enough to go around. Anything you need. Finest wares.
Do your shopping here, and you're in the clear.
Mate, I'm so confused.
Silk thread.
Mushrooms. Come and get some fresh mushrooms.
I am so confused. I don't know where this guy is.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Muslin,
What?
Barchet, the strongest
Let's see if she knows where he is.
What would you like?
No. So he's called. What's his name? Franta. Be found at the market during the day. Right, it's called Franta. Let's look around for Franta. Where's Franta? Franta.
Shoulder's feeling a lot better.
Herbal brew.
The finest.
It says during the day.
Wares, quality goods.
Tool.
I don't know where he is.
Quality goods here.
Ooh, trader.
Maybe
What do you
next time
sell?
What are you here for today?
I'll have a look at...
What does she sell? It's all shit.
What can you do? Maybe next time then, sir.
I'm looking for someone called Franta, but where is it?
I just don't want to drink any rot gut today. Today
Oh,
I'm
come on,
sticking to
Slayer.
ale.
But where's that Franta? I'm confused. Is that him? No. Mate, where the fuck is he?
At your service, sir.
Excuse me.
This is doing made in. I can't find him. Anywhere. I thought that were in then.
You ought to be ashamed. Big strong pots! Pots here! Twice fired!
Christ! Pardon me. The pillory for the good,
Fuck.
the gallows for the wicked.
The honest will be reformed. Fine settles!
I'm at your service, sir. Come closer and take a look. Quality goods here.
I ain't got a clue where he is. Is that him?
Muslin, budget.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad. I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Why don't you...
Let me wait a little bit. But it's getting towards night time, so I'm not gonna find him. Right, while I'm waiting for next day, I'll read on this book. Scholarship.
At your service.
Right.
I won't make it to the council assembly at this rate.
Come on. And I need sleep as well, fuck's sake. I don't know where he is.
God bless you, sir.
Where the fuck? Why is it so annoying trying to find this guy?
We're now...
Greetings to you.
This is doing my head in.
Nasty premonition.
What premonition?
I've got a barrel.
At your service, sir.
Why can I not? I just can't find him.
A blessed morning to you. We're now...
At least I have time.
What time at day is best to find him?
Needles, thread, pins, silk thread. Aye, here's got a flow.
I have no clue where he is.
My humble
A
respects.
blessed morning to you. We're now...
Where is he? Let me see if I can ask him where he is. Can I talk to him? No.
Come and take your pick. You where?
I'm so confused.
Pie, sweet pie. Damn thief.
Be
Get
glad your
ya.
head's still attached to
Dead
your neck.
swine.
And you're in the clear. Stripe
We talked about it
fabrics.
at the market the other day.
We
What would you like?
Here we
I
go.
hear one Franta cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
What do you have for sale?
Right, so has he got him? So is he selling them or what? This is doing my fucking head in.
Nothing to your liking, sir.
Oh, so it's gonna be over there.
Fine wares here. Quality
For God's sake, man. Right, so he's over here somewhere. Scribe.
God grant you health.
Yes, he's here.
Greetings. What do you need?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry.
Been looking for
I
you.
heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pictures so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then. To
Yes.
begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You'd better not. Farewell, my friend.
Right, finally we've done that. Here we go. Right. Where that? Where that? Where that? Shall I have a dagger just in case? I don't know. Right, let's try that then. Why is my stamina not great? Do I need to wash? No, right. Here we go.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced. Then he fell into a ditch, and now he's staggering around the streets, God knows where.
I might have expected. Once, he turned up with a hangover, and as soon as he smelt wine, he threw up all over the chapel door. I told him if that ever happened again, he was for the boot. Oh, well, you'll have to take his place for today. I've no time to find someone else.
That's why I'm here.
Can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be.
Nice one.
Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him.
Right,
and
okay.
the most important thing...
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something?
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it. Right?
Right, I'm ready.
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
Right, Gutenberg City Council morning. Right, here we go. Get the map back.
Our current Waffen arsenal is a joke, and
Hey,
on top
waiter,
of
pour me
that,
some
the
Tokai.
army was requisitioning from it. Should
I
the town
apologise, sir.
reserve have worse weapons
Which
than
one?
any Räuber
Tokai.
in the domain?
That's the white.
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where
Sir?
they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying,
Thank you,
Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten
I'd like
this
some
is.
monastery wine.
The
Refill my
Dry
cup,
Devil
boy.
is running free. There are Raubritter
sorry,
everywhere in the region. We
Orders
have the
from above.
army
This is
bearing down, and you
unbelievable.
want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is
So I'm just
providing
gonna
us
stand
with
here.
protection, isn't he?
Right, okay.
Der König and his army will not be here
I
forever.
fancy some Tokai. Refill,
Shut
boy.
up! The king can
I
arrive at any
apologize,
moment.
sir.
What if
Which
he
one?
heard you?
Tokai!
What
That's
then?
the white.
We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always
Here you go, sir.
confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than
thank the
familiar
Lord.
with the yeomanry state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the
Hey,
same
waiter.
thing?
Pour me some monastery wine.
So, the cleanliness of the
apologize, sir.
city is not
Which wine?
what it should be.
Am I
Red.
speaking in
Baths in
Latin?
the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink
Good, sir.
to repair the baths that used to be
There
there.
you go.
She's a protege of Mare.
Doing alright, yeah?
Her efforts are commendable, but I don't think she will succeed. It takes a firm hand.
Oh my god.
Soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago,
More
you
wine,
were complaining
Master
there weren't
Bailiff.
enough
I have
baths.
enough wine.
Shouldn't
Come
we
closer.
support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths.
Certainly, sir. I'll be right back.
Come back with it straight away, understood?
Right, I need to hurry up.
But we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the street here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
I don't know if that were it.
Nonsense.
Was that it?
Next, you'll want me to serve
Shit, that
wine
weren't
to
it.
everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's urban
Oh, that one.
paradise,
There we go.
everything
Nice.
would be free.
Whose
Don't
silver
put
might
words
this
in my
be?
mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
I got word that
Right.
Ruttard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honours us
fancy
with
some
his
Tokai.
visit. And as
Refill,
we
boy.
know, Gunslin
apologise, sir.
absolutely hates
Which
him.
wine?
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You know full well.
sir.
Everybody knows. He wiped
There
the
you
floor
go.
with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Me? I beg your pardon.
Finally gonna meet King
I
Sigismund.
demand that you...
Full cup of
apologise,
monastery
sir.
wine.
Franz, please
Which one?
continue.
I'm speaking about the
Monastery
Ruttard
red.
incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
Good,
My
sir.
ears must be deceiving me. Are you
There you
defending
go.
Ruttard?
Thank you, waiter.
Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Ruttard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Hey,
Everyone
waiter.
in the city
Pour me
gossiped
some
about it.
monastery wine.
I apologise.
I heard there were several dead.
Which wine?
Did
Red,
you?
and
That's
quickly.
grossly exaggerated.
It's
I
a
don't
red.
think Ruttard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw
Sir?
attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true.
Well, thank the Lord.
Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God, no.
Look at me just stood in the corner.
What a view.
Tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town.
How long's it taking?
Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us.
Waiter,
that
get me
German
right.
Menhard is just hanging around the market looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Forsooker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to
I
accuse
apologise, sir.
a swordsmaster
Which wine?
without a
Tokai!
shred of proof.
White! Are you
Sir?
deaf?
Some old fishwives in the
There you go.
marketplace.
So you will just leave it
Hang
be?
around me.
Proven
Vanish.
offences
You hear me?
are punished by the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing
Hey,
than the open
waiter.
contempt of the whole town garrison.
Everything in
The
order?
guards are
Not
apparently
quite.
settling accounts
But I
their
think you
own way.
might be able to
We'll
help
soon
me.
be the
Come here.
laughing stock
Oh,
of
for
the
God's
whole
sake.
town.
What can I help you with, sir?
What do you want?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I
I've
took
already
them
got
off to
'em.
pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored. And because I
What?
told you.
This is
Get
drunk.
on with it.
Why waste our time?
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I don't know.
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct.
Oh my god.
Good. Here you are, so you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
Nice one, we got that right.
The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime,
That was such
they
a
are
random
calling
guess.
diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are
I'll
going
have
to
a
make a
cup of
royal
wine.
mining city. Why can't we build
big
faster?
one.
Hire more
apologise,
craftsmen,
sir.
start with night shifts.
Which wine?
Because
Tokai.
those so-called
That's the wife.
craftsmen are a band of parasites. You pay them, they come late, or report sick, and if they do come,
Sir?
Their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Taking piss there.
Don't interrupt the proceedings with your drunken ranting, even if you are in the right. And as for you, Endelin, haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling
Tokai,
there's something other
and
than
the
the
full
welfare
cup.
of the city behind your complaints.
I apologise,
Oh,
sir.
you do? Do you?
Which way?
Tokai.
What would
That's
that be?
the white.
Like, for instance, that
I always
you'd
forget
like
which
to
one's
have
which.
your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side
Sir?
nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend.
No, I didn't pour it
Your
straight in.
place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Worthy councillors, we are not on the marketplace to argue like fishwives. The construction of the cathedral is proceeding
Hey,
slowly,
waiter, pour me some
and,
Tokai.
as Jerome says,
I apologise,
there is a
sir.
war, and there is
Which way?
neither money
Tokai.
nor craftsmen.
That's the
But
white.
with our joint powers, we will
Keep forgetting
finish
which
the
one's
building
which.
to the glory of God and our city, even if it takes 100 years. What is
Sir?
next in the order of business?
Thank you, waiter.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Oh shit, is he up? Here we go. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Mate, they'll recognise me. Wait, you won't recognise me because I've never met him. Oh shit. Right, don't look at him. Don't look up at him. Oh.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Not you. Oh god.
Like this man of fights!
Right, at that time at Rabosh Fortress. We're getting like a flashback here.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And Donna.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Right. Oh, we're playing as God, Ben. Okay.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kuttenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Alright. Reputation increased.
Everything all right? You look a bit out of sorts.
I can't wait for it to end so we can get out of here.
I reckon you'd have to be pretty brave to come and mingle with the Kuttenberg lords.
Or pretty pissed off.
Or that.
We will leave as soon as we can. Anyway, all of these worthy gentlemen will be relieved when we are out of sight.
Would you tell me something about your community? I haven't found out much so far.
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking that what is still left to us will be taken away.
Surely it won't be that bad.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gall on us and start to fight among themselves. In times of uncertainty, it is always the sons of Israel who are the first to be stricken.
Okay.
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation. I almost lost all hope.
It's not that I didn't want to, but understand that my absence from the city council...
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Kuttenberg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation.
What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
The last time was at Nabokov. And I'd be happy not to have to repeat it.
Ah, indeed. I have heard it was a very unequal fight.
That's a fact. No one was expecting von Bergau to turn up with that diabolical invention.
Diabolical, perhaps. But in my opinion, it shall be the future of warfare. Perhaps one day the generals will sit back drinking wine, while such devices shall wage war for them.
Do you reckon the defense of Kuttenberg would have gone better if you had them? You say you're a poet. How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
Alright.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
It's enough in here.
Do you have news?
I'm not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health, and to yours.
Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Okay.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade, and she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her, and that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Hey! Not even...
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them.
Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now,
God
where
damn it.
were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Fucking hell, man.
That was sneaky.
Kurva! I'm wounded!
Can I do a Master Strike with Godwin?
Yeah.
Look
They
at
teach
my
you that in the
eyes,
seminary?
not at my sword. Stand firm. Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse. Aim with your whole arm.
They teach
not
you that in the
just your
seminary?
wrist.
Hey, who told you that?
What's wrong with your legs?
What the fuck?
Arm lower.
Not bad for a priest. Whacker! You can't stand up to this.
Fucking hell, man.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
Take that!
How do you dodge that?
Did they teach you that in the seminary?
Quite strong, fucking hell.
Cover your right side.
Who told you
Got
that?
a gap there I can drive a cart through.
Bad luck.
And again?
Not bad for a priest. Hey, who told you
Again?
that? I'll fucking pay you back.
And again?
Not bad for a priest. That's enough. You should never have...
And you ought to know yourself.
Did I win him?
Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
I won him.
I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for
Unlucky.
a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting. He let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one. Because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Right. Can I go and wash my son? Is there anywhere I can wash my son? No? Okay.
I need to plough too, you know. What if
There
you
we
lend
go.
me the bullock on the
Oh, no,
Lord's Day?
never mind.
You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you? No. Except I don't have a woman, and you won't lend me yours.
Was she hanging around her again?
Why is it telling me to go back down again? Where am I going? What? Where do I need to go? What is happening?
Like him, paying attention to her.
Down here? What? I'm so confused.
I'll drink to that.
Enoch, the dry devil.
Now you can't stand the sight.
Wait, who are we talking to?
To us. But we were good enough to do the dirty.
There we go.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a minute.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutar.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
How about young Lord Capel?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capel. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Right, okay.
Take a look at that.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the Elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishop?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parleying skills.
Right.
Good day to you.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed? Without reservations?
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord King.
Here's to a good bargain.
So, am I gonna tell fucking Lord Capon or... Right, what's objective now? Anna. Where's Anna?
They're trying to do one thing.
There we go.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein is behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine, and beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Okay.
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harmon Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead.
Okay.
But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Right. So, documents. Right, okay.
Don't look at that.
Someone just seen me.
What's that?
Shit.
Did I imagine it?
Fuck.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm just leaving anyway. Servus.
That won't please Lord Odorin.
Fuck. So now what?
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Milady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Right.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Oh, he's fucking shocked as fuck.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
I don't want to get married, does it? Right, we're back.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. To do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see? All you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargitz, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But
hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here.
Oh shit,
Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Okay.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough.
I need to sleep.
You were harsh, rightfully so. These councillors.
Can't hear him.
They need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have
wine is on the table there.
Which one?
The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries?
I don't know which one, but okay.
They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago.
Are you deaf? His Majesty asked for red wine.
If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas reign brought us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place. The country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
What's happening?
We need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only
I'm so confused.
But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire. As soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your
Very
house,
nice.
Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can
He's
handle
staring at.
Ruthard
Look at his
easily.
fucking checking.
Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of it.
White
Okay.
wines. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
Need be. We could use it to raise this town hall too.
So you're not wanting it?
Some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Can't refuse. Right, later that evening in Rabosh Fortress, right?
Didn't he say that Lord Ruthven was going with them?
The feast.
Left a long time ago. I swear to God, I saw the wind a while ago.
I will charge it.
Now we close our doors for the evening.
Break
People
through
here
the
know
lines
what to do.
and capture.
There'll be...
How'd you like a wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if he'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels! Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence.
Baron, vacuum, vocal.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Okay. Find a jug of wine.
Shut your mouth.
The defense of Gutenberg.
Oh, the piglet!
Speaking of the devil, come here.
Yes?
First you ridiculed me in front of Alder, and now I find out you're sneaking around my house like a thief?
I should have known you'd turn your servants into snitches.
And you're as drunk as a fiddler to boot.
And I intend to get even more drunk. Anyway, I have to go for some more wine.
My wine?
A distinguished guest's wish.
I'll see about that. And you, get out of my sight. You reek of booze.
Okay.
Just look at him.
May I interrupt you for a moment?
You already did, didn't you?
What's the matter?
You don't have to admit I'm right. Conrad, my friend, will vouch for me.
No, we're not doing that.
One of the most esteemed guests ordered more wine. Where might I find it?
All over the place. Are you blind?
I meant the really fine wine. The kind that Martin Odrin will drink.
No way. Sir Martin ordered for it to be served only to him and a few of his favorites.
Oh, come on. If I go and get it myself, there's no risk to you. At worst, I'll take the blame.
All right. Them pictures are on a table in the cellar. But you didn't hear it from me.
Now off you go and leave us alone.
By the name that the horse is immensely valuable.
Okay.
Having a good time? He's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the same.
Nah, I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. What else?
Let's make it 50 groschen to spice things up.
Nice. If I'd known you had that kind of coin on you, I'd have pinched it long ago.
Right, we'll play a bit of dice. Playing it pissed. I can barely see.
God be with you.
Bust already? Taking the piss. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're gonna lose here. Bust. Oh no, they can't. Oh my god. What about if I try and select them all? No. Of course not. I've lost. I can barely see. I've lost anywhere. I'm not drunk, I can't see. There's one.
Want to roll some dice?
Sure.
And I've just done that, no.
I don't...
Right, so what's other objectives I need to do? Celebrate with the guests. Find a jug of wine. Is that optional? Oh no, I need to do that.
Looking at him closely. To King Sigismund from murdering your lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking bloodbath.
You sure know how to lighten...
No, it says it's below.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Here we go.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Oh shit. Is that Von Berger? Oh fuck.
Hey!
Oh no.
Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Shit.
Right, here we go. We're pissed, but we're fighting still, but okay.
Jesus! That's a Roman Christian. You can't make it over. Take that shit!
Nice one.
That one hit the mark.
Too slow!
Done!
Get him! Stand back!
Stand your ground!
Let him have it! Nice! Through blood! Yeah!
Through blood! Yes!
Your face is no
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Is that Henry? Yeah, it is. I'm still wearing fucking noble clothes. Right. I'm gonna leave this one here. and we'll pick it up later. So yeah, it's a good time. It's a cliffhanger, I guess. Yes.